So a couple of weeks ago, I posted a video to my channel, this open letter, this open video to Blizzard, where I discussed some of the issues, actually quite a few issues, that I feel are plaguing this game, that the community feels is plaguing this game, that is causing a lot of players to be turned off by it, to not want to log in, to not want to raid, to not want to play, to not ever want to check the game out again. Chief among those issues, in my opinion, was the piss poor communication from the Blizzard side, game director, game designers, whatever, community managers, over to us, the community. Now, with that being said, because I think it's fair to call Blizzard out for doing a lot of things that they're doing wrong, because that's the only way that we're going to get shit fixed, I think it's also only fair that it's fair that I give them kudos, or at least point out when they're doing something, at least in this instance, making a step in the right direction towards fixing those issues. So there was a blog post put up by Ian Hazzikostas a couple of hours ago, where he detailed some of the big changes, and maybe some of the small changes, coming to Season 2 of World of Warcraft, Season 2 of Battle for Azeroth, starting January 22nd. So I want to go through this post. I want to go through these changes, trying something new for the channel. But I think that some of these are a little interesting. So we're just going to knock them out, quick fire, and we'll discuss some of the changes as we go through it. So World Quests. World Quests are going to still continue to reward you loot based on your class and not your spec. This is something that I had found out myself that you guys have complained about, that World Quests don't really allow you to target specific items if you need them. I need a shield for my prop paladin, but I'm never getting it, or I need a dagger, but all I can find are swords for my rogue. Whatever, doesn't matter. World Quests themselves will not give you specific rewards based on your spec. So the idea behind this is you can skip it if you want to, if you don't need it, if you don't want it, etc. Emissaries, Mythic Plus cash, and Assault, however, will now give you loot based on your spec. Emissaries themselves are going to scale up to 385 based on your gear level from 370. World bosses are going to stay at 355. Titan Forge. I've done a whole video on Titan Forging. It's being bumped up from 395 to 425. Dark Shore items themselves are being bumped up 15 item levels once the Warfront has flipped after January 22nd. So keep that in mind. Heroic and Mythic Dungeon difficulty is being bumped up, and Mythic Plus, obviously, by 30%. However, to compensate for this, normal, heroic, mythic rewards and PvP rewards are going to be bumped up 30 item levels. So again, normal, heroic, mythic, Mythic Plus, and PvP items are going to be 30 item levels higher than what they currently are. To make this transition in difficulty, and I would assume it's 30% more damage and health from the mobs, to make this transition more I don't want to say easier, to make it a little bit smoother, we'll say. Your key is going to drop 3 levels come January 22nd, assuming you did a high level key, right? So keep that in mind that I think they said that if you did an 11, it's going to drop to a 6. I think the math is there somewhere. But just keep that in mind that could totally be wrong here. But but your key is going to drop 3 levels to transition to this new difficulty. Your maximum Mythic Plus chest is going to be 410. Keep that in mind. Titan Residium values, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. If you want a random 385 piece, it's going to be the same that it is today, 165. Titan Residium for a 400 item level piece, 675 for a 415 item level piece, 1725. If you want to target a specific item, it's going to be 7,150 Titan Residium. However, to compensate for this increase in numbers, if you scrap or DE something, you're going to get triple the amount of Residium that you would get today. And again, increased rewards from Mythic Plus, so it should be a little bit easier to get some of those lower level items, right? Artifact knowledge will resume. There will be 10 increments of artifact knowledge ending March 26th. This is something that we should have gotten from the get-go with that first increase that we should have known when it was going to end. This is a step in the right direction. Any item that you get from a 375 level Battle for Dazar Allure raid, the World Quest Emissaries, the Season 2 dungeons, or PvP are going to have a 5th ring on them that's class specific. You only need your Heart of Azeroth to be 15 levels in order to get that unlocked. So that's pretty awesome. There are going to be some changes detailed out with 8.2 for your Heart of Azeroth. That's something we had talked about in the video. Really, we don't know what's going to change. And your coins, your seals, won't reset. They'll be the same thing. However, they're still going to cap out at 5. So hopefully this is a quick and dirty version of the blog post, and I'll put a link in the description so you guys can check out the whole thing. But I think this is a step in the right direction, that we're getting detailed items here. A detailed list of when, what are we going to get? What Heart of Azeroth will we need? When will, artifact knowledge end? When will it, how high will it go? What will Titan Forging be? We're getting very specific changes detailed out. And this is what we've been asking for. We're not asking for the world. We're just simply asking for a list of changes so that we can plan accordingly, so that we know what's going on, so that we know what to expect. So, you guys know the deal. Let me know if you like something like this, some more news-ish content in the future. If there's other ideas you have that you want to check out for the channel, throw them out there. And I'd be glad to try it out for you guys. With that being said, I'll see you guys.